Alright, hello everybody, welcome to VR Master League, Channel 1. About to get it going here real soon with yet another third day in a row, in fact, of streams. This time in EU though, with an undefeated team. Always a curiosity to follow these. And as you can see, it's Everest and Blank. Blank definitely with nothing but, well, Blank, I suppose, in the loss column, because they had nothing but success with a 9-0 record, 1240 MMR, here in the Diamond Division. So just barely outside that top 10 of the Master Division, and could be eyeing that real soon as we approach those Challenger Cups. But first, they have to contest Everest here, appearing for the first time on stream this season, I do believe, and coming in the Gold Division at number 15. And seeing if they can play spoiler against what otherwise has been a very successful Team Blank for sure. Everest, no slouches in themselves, because look at that, they got the 4-2 record, so definitely finding themselves the beneficiary of many wins and success in their own right. So with that said, ladies and gents, round one's about to start. Over on the orange side, it's Everest, with Bad Elmo, Conrad, Martin III, and Wee Laddie. Meanwhile, on the blue team, Blank, J for Jack, Tosis, Winter, and Strike. So trying to get that first strike will be the one with a J in the name and the shot in the goal. It's 2 points. Really quickly there for Blank. So on Everest, they're going to joust out here. You can recognize these players as they prepare their PE joust there in the tunnel. Now I should note, PE of course, well, standing for various things, but let's say the Polaris Extended Joust, as it was once known. Polaris, they were a team in EU back in ESL Season 3, as a very well Season 3 from Tosis, assisted by Winter. But yes, over here in the EU scene was that Polaris team who perhaps brought it to fame, that PE joust, that early joust where you're not using the catapult ring, but instead coming out of the tunnels a little bit early, basically hitting the gate right as the buzzer goes off. And should be noted, as if memory serves, Martin III was indeed on that team back in ESL. That said, a really nice dive there on Wee Laddie, almost had the goal. But the defense from Blank paying dividends. That said, the stacks quite quickly on the approach get the grab and have some time to spare as they send it over to the station. Conrad with the disc. Conrad getting blitzed. So left blistered with those stuns as Winter gets another one. Dunking it home for number 7. The points, that is. Only 30 seconds, 33 seconds expended in that. But with that, back to the joust, and there it is, that early joust out the tunnel, and it's Martin III with a disc, Hugh being here. The stacks impending, trying to duck and contending very nicely actually was Conrad, but just the same, Winter trying to deal some damage. They do actually get to gather again on the stacks. The pass is quite nice here for Everest. Everest up top, Bad Elmo to the pack. Martin III maybe looking for a cut play across, but no, being cut off by Winter. So Winter nicely reading the lanes. Of course, the stack's already underway for Blank. They're able to get there first and just trying to maintain this control with a good pass up high. And Tosis with the nest tap off. And they cap it off for the 9th point. So again, Blank coming in here. Quite the strong record, to say the least, and the thing is, not only doing well for themselves in their weekly games, but obviously with having 9 games played after 3 weeks and a few days of action, I mean, going for challenge matches as well. Definitely putting in a lot of work, and it's a good indicator that this team is hungry, and they get the goal save. J for Jack, he's hungry for the saves, indeed, denying the points, and wow. Even when that looked like an open goal, as is often the case here, that speed is just gonna undo it, and twice! J for Jack with the 3rd attempt. They'll get that one. Props to Jack, though, because, well, true to his name, definitely was able to jack a few shot attempts from the side of Everest. Not too shabby, though. Now for Everest, going on defense here. First offensive joust for Blank, but will not produce anything but a turnover. And as I say that, another one. Look, it's Jack again with a handoff pass, and that was a beautiful series of plays. Unable to finish the shot, however, they still get the rebound and sending it over to Winter at the Cloud. Now Winter sending it back to Tozis, and Tozis over at the station. Now I remember casting Blank V2, that is to say, Blank version 2 over for that Winter Cup that we had, the Snowflake Cup, just before the season had started, towards the end of December of last year. A big community cup that was put together, and we cast it here across the weekend just before opening week of VRML Season 3, and you know, that team having some good success there. That said, first time I've been able to cast Blank in itself, the Blank team. But definitely impressing so far. And there's the stacks again, the open goal this time, just lining it up and barely able to light it up like Christmas lights. Speaking of, a little bit late, but taking it down, and it's J for Jack, showing not only the offense, or the defense, but the offense as well. A little bit of everything there on the platter. So welcome to the chat, everyone in there, including Quickie Evan, as well as Trespassing and Judah. And Coco. Very pugged to see you there, as it's taken by Strike. Strike looking to do just that. Bouncing it the way of the orange zone. J for Jack, he already scored last time, but will be stunned instead. So nice from Wee Laddie for a wee stun on the blue one. That said, getting the recovery is Tozis, sending it over now to the teammate on the other end. Recovery here to Strike. Defense for Everest trying to take place, and fanning the floor is Blank. Just barely able to escape with a good punch from Winter, but the miscommunication perhaps a bit on the pass. Still a good stun once more from Jack. Jack getting attacked, and Elmo taking that right back as he gets stunned, but the clear actually bouncing directly back towards him. But linking together is Martin, and as well as Conrad. Conrad looking for that backboarded shot. Unsuccessful. The tap out. Ooh, just a bit off. Just sent that a little bit quick, and now dribbling the disc. It's Strike. Strike with some time to spare, juking around, but no one in the area. And no, this is not a replay. Tis live, tis live. As Wee Laddie. Well, I mean, then again, if you are watching this, in fact, in the replay later, well, it's not live, so I guess it depends on the context, huh? But Trespassing, yes. And Ellie there, or Eli. Don't worry, we're live. We're in action right now, trying to gain some more traction, but instead, losing the disc. But Winter, well, he won't miss. Puts in the dunk, giving the, I suppose, assist to J for Jack, if you will. But yeah, right now, Blank looking pretty good. 14-2, so up by double digits. Still about 240 left here in the first round, the opening round, as the initial player, J for Jack, is dodged. So these are always one of the opportunities where you could potentially press it, but of course, ever so quick are these players. Look at that, even the redirects. I'm always impressed with that, because it's one thing to be fast, it's another thing to be accurate on those stacks. The shot a little bit less accurate that time, just barely grazing that barrier, unfortunately for Blank. So this is going to give an opportunity for Laddie and Everest to maybe score. That's very, very close. A rebound here from Martin. Martin the third. And he gets that goal off the backboard. Nice touch. Bringing it back to just within 10 points now. Now 2 minutes left. Solar there saying Blank is good. Can confirm. Well, yeah, absolutely. Because right now, Blank, they are questing for that 10-0 start to this season, which would be an incredibly strong one, needless to say, because, you know, we've not seen a lot of teams able to accomplish such a thing quite often. I mean, we're talking, I know, Phantoms in Season 1, able to have that undefeated record the entire season, but very rare that you see that. I mean, even last season we had a few teams have an undefeated record nearly the whole season, but just denied at the end. Actually, in all 3 regions, it was Team Joker in NA, Team Gravity in EU, Bad Elmo with a 2, and then Leviathan and OCE. All 3 of those teams in Season 2 had an undefeated record up until the last couple weeks. In the second to last week, both Team Gravity and Team Joker, I believe, had lost their matches. It was Team Joker lost to Spaghetti. Team Gravity lost to Phantoms. And then Leviathan in the last week lost as well. Trying to recall to who, I believe for Horseman. But with that, it's going to be recovered by Jack. 14-6, time winding down in this round. And that's going to be sent through to mid, but intercept from Winter, just playing those passing lanes, the clear lanes, that is to say, and always mid lane's a tough place to clear at times. And with that, I cut to J for Jack, cutting it back to Winter. Winter on this approach. And maybe time for one more goal. 15 seconds, let's see. The defense now playing outside of the bubble, just trying to deny one more opportunity at a goal. A bit of a rugged bounce will go right back again. So 6 seconds left. Let's see if they can get that last one. A heave over to Strike. Strike over to the shoulder. From the shoulder. And one more as the round is over. 16-6. But Blank able to get those last attempts, multiple ones in fact, to capture that first round win. Now, as far as stats, I'll take you there in a second, but just for posterity, I'll put them on the screen, because I do have a few stat issues on the bot side of things today, it seems like. So, these stats may or not be here when I go to this screen. Hold on, let me see. If it's not, I'll show you the stats on the live gameplay. Okay, so we got, well, a few stats there, but not able to get the full extent of them, I think. Actually, no, never mind. My eyes are just bad, my monitor's small. So yeah, it looks like we do have them. With that said, well, actually might be partial because some of those scores are missing on the side of Everest, but nonetheless, you can get a look at those replays. I'll bring you here to the actual gameplay screen. A little bit early. In fact, round 2 about to start, so... with that, we're going to it. But yeah, this season, our finals take place towards mid-May, end of May, something like that. There are your quick stats, you can take a look. But with that, round 2 underway. As, ooh, tap off, that almost goes in. That would have been a really nice start. Really nice, but Conrad gets the disc back. As far as... saw a comment about the viewers and such here. I know there were some issues maybe on Twitch's end of things over on the last stream, which we had Phantoms and Nant Esport. Could be part of it, but also, you know, either way, I mean, just happy to have anyone here, whether it's a few users or a few hundred users, as the case is, you know, in those big match situations, in the talking about end of seasons and such, or some of those big weekly matches in the prime times of the league, you know, with Master Tier this season. Bad Elmo right now, not shedding a tear on that. They're just gonna tear the goal open for their first 2. So launching out in the chat again, see more discussion there. So prizes have not been announced yet. We usually will announce that closer through to the end or midway through the season, just because, you know, we're always getting new sponsors and new opportunities, so we want to be able to provide the, you know, the best and most up-to-date kind of prizes possible. You know, if we announce it super early and then mid-season we have new sponsorships coming in and things like that, you know, the prizes could change, but then we won't have it available. So that said, working it up to the floor and up into the goal, J for Jack. Just about dead center and leaving that goalie dead to rights. But yeah, you can look at some of the prizes for last season. Can't recall off the top of my head the exact numbers, but there are cash prizes for the winning team. cash prizes, as well as voucher prizes, product prizes, jersey prizes, there's things like that. But it's a mixture of cash and products, generally speaking. And with that, the pass over to Martin on the cross, unable to wrangle a disc. Or from Martin, I should say. Martin taking place at the nest now, but again, pretty good defense in the midfield. Being played by Blank, and they're able to just bother those passing lanes quite a bit, not giving a lot of angles. But still yet. They're going to get the disc back here for Everest and over to the midfield, all in kind of a beeline, trying to find that angle, but a rough bounce actually goes directly the way of Strike, and seeing if they can punish, and they shall. They're up by 3. Blank now, 5-2 in this second round. And Suller's saying, when Sir Pally played, it was around 100 to 500. Well, when I played in ESL, yeah, but different days, different times, different leagues. But quite a long time ago. Surprised people even remember that these days. More so because it's kind of funny. In the past, it used to be, you know, Palidore the player, if people would see me, but now with how big this game has grown, it's more so, hey, I know you. It's Palidore the talker, the guy from the streams. Yeah, the talky talk dude. That's me. That's right. But over here, wee laddie from the top, looking to just drop it in. Had a little hesitation move. Kind of faked as if he was going to shoot from the front before winding it around for the dunk in the back. Brings it within 1 point. That's a nice move from wee laddie, and Everest bringing it back within a 1 point margin. 6 minutes left to go in this second round. So looking much more stable here in the second, and trying to force that third if they can. Trespassing said, found my casting reel in Discord. Ooh, talk about old stuff. Well, yeah. But over here, Bad Elmo with a disc, another chance. They could take the lead here for Everest if Blank isn't careful and can defend this one. They do, however. Yeah, that casting reel at the time. I was wanting to cast for ESL, but then lo and behold, it said, forget that. Gonna just do it myself at VRML. As these teams do it their self. Looking mighty swell, 7-4, and Blank pulling up ahead again. But see, whereas the first round was 16-6, this round is still a lot closer, and we're almost halfway through it. So definitely something that Everest can hang their hats on. As you can see, I mean, literally everyone in this game has points, and 7 out of the 8 players have an assist. So you love to see that kind of team play at play, where everyone contributes to a bit of everything. Martin III eyeing down. Wanting to be extra patient. And you can see the idea behind that, right? Because the stacks are so devastating on defense that you don't want to throw too early, lest you causing basically an easy turnover for Blank. So the idea from Martin there, even though he wasn't able to quite do it successfully, the idea was correct in that he wanted to kind of bait the stacks and draw them near him. That way when he got rid of the disc, he had a chance to brawl them out. So it was definitely the right idea. But Blank doing a good job just not to be caught out. But with that, pass out here to the stack. They're gonna maybe go for a Joker trade. Interesting, but it's gonna be taken away from Conrad. So Conrad with an opportunity now, if they get this offense back, to bring it back within 1, maybe even tie it up if they play their cards right. However, the pass, a bit strong and a bit long, and now the stacks looming. Impending doom is approaching them right there, as not a lot of room in the tunnel. Tozy's with the open lane, trying to punish that one. Conrad covering the goal now and back into the defensive zone. So we'll be captured here with a quick pass from Tozy's to Winter. Winter has to send it right back. Good handoff plays, but couldn't quite get the that initial nest attempt. They'll still bounce it right back, but Martin III now, once again, smart play, cutting off that angle, knew where it was probably going. With that, a recovery here quickly. Strike, getting struck like a match, and this has been quite the match, quite the round. It's Bad Elmo, sends it bound to wee laddie, but wee laddie going for maybe a punch and couldn't quite get the goal. So with that, instead, it's right back to Strike, and Strike finds a successful clear down the midline. Both stacks for both teams coming down fast in a hurry. A little bit redundant there, but nonetheless in a hurry. As Bad Elbow gets it by the rad logo, sending it to the tunnel. Now from wee laddie over to the opposite side, but you see no time to really line up too many passes because the defense playing super aggressive. There it is, a turnover again. Strike looking to bounce it off the backboard. Very, very close. A rebound had Martin III. So with that, wee laddie looking to break away. Bad Elmo stunning out that stack. Tries to do it again. Needs to do it again if they can. two different chains coming together here and trying to recollect it, but you know, they're not wasting any time grabbing each other once that disc is clear. For both teams, you can see it is just, it's like watching a motorsport, essentially, as Strike puts them up by 5. Solar asking for a pally pun. I've already stuck in some of them in there. Not all of them are completely cornball dad jokes. Some of them are just kind of subtle, you know? But that was a pretty rad grab as they get the attempt at the goal. J for Jack. And 11-4 in the second half of this round now. Starting to get that separation. It was very, very close those first 5 minutes, but the last 3 minutes now really starting to go the way of Blank. So Bad Elmo trying to get out of this pickle of a situation and that trap, sending it over to that left lane. Will be taken by Jack. J for Jack. But that is S for stun, as Bad Elmo gets a disc here on the sidelines. And now just trying to work it up the floor. So playing kind of separated this time, looking for maybe those passing angles as opposed to the clears and boosts. Definitely recognizing here, you know, for Blank, they're having a lot of success in winning lots of these boost battles. That said, Martin does get that disc back, sends it to his backliners, Bad Elmo, as well as Conrad, but another takeaway strike! And indeed, he does. 14-4, they're up by 10. Not drawing blanks whatsoever, they are just striking hot in this match. There was a few of them for you there, Solar. But with that 1 minute left and Blank looking to continue their impressive streak here in Master League. Because they're about to find themselves at 10-0 on the record sheet and remain one of the few and far between undefeated teams. Here in the EU scene, I believe it's in the Masters, they get another 3 shots. In the Master and Diamond divisions, I believe it's just Team Gravity and Blank, the only undefeated teams left in those top divisions for Europe, that is to say. And yeah, checking real quick, yep, that definitely looks to be the case. So, super impressive from Blank. I mean, again, they are looking forward to these Challenger Cups in the coming weeks to maybe find themselves in that Master Division. A nice handoff play there from Blank. Let's strike over to Jack now. So a steal coming in. Wee Laddie an opportunity for one more score. The bounce. Could it be? And yes, Martin the third. Right as the buzzer sounds. But that will still yet end the round and end this match. 17-6. Definitely a valiant effort put on by Everest in that first, again, 5 or 6 minutes of round 2. I mean, it was anyone's match. Certainly, it was right within 1 or 2 points. But then pulling away suddenly, finding that avalanche on Everest. And they never rested for the rest of the way. So with that, real quickly here, I'm going to give you these stats on this screen because, again, I've been having kind of stat pulling issues at the moment with the bot. So I'll at least give you that so you can kind of screenshot it, if nothing else, and get a look. But I'll bring you to the highlight screen here in just a second. But with that, good game all around. Just a sweep, ultimately for Blank. But still, again, Everest, I mean, good to see these players back in the game and back on the stream. I know Blank's been able to get a few of these streams here, and on the EU side of things, I haven't been able to get nearly as much as I've wanted to, admittedly. Trust me, I've been trying very, very hard to fix that sleep schedule because I miss casting some of these matches because they are oftentimes so different in pace and feel compared to some of the NA games and compared to the OC. I mean, every region has kind of its own unique flavor to it, so I do miss being able to cast all three with the same frequency. So I'm trying, believe me. I stayed up almost 40 hours last week to attempt to reset the sleep, and it just didn't work. Didn't work. Sad days. But, excuse me. As you can tell, I have been casting quite frequently. The voice is feeling it a little bit, but with that, that'll do it for this stream. Let's see, we have, as far as other games going on, nothing imminently on this channel. We'll check out a little bit for you here in just a second, but nothing imminently, I don't believe, on channel 2. Actually, there might be a match ending soon, potentially, so I can redirect you over to there. Might have ended already, actually, so just kind of basing it off the match page. Looks like on, oh, maybe channel 3. We have It's Me, Ali, and Alakas, who is obviously one of our league moderators, but coming in this season now, also to help out with some of the cast, some of the camera work, I should say, instead. So yeah, actually have the Meowsters versus Rimdingers over on VRML channel 3 if you want to go visit that. And in fact, I will raid you over there here as we part ways on this stream. So one moment. And there you go. Do enjoy. So with that, guys, I've been Palidore. This has been VR Master League. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. And yeah, we'll see you again pretty soon here. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.